Hi, welcome to Fieldsports Britain from the Midland Game Fair. My name's Dom Holton, I'm Charlie Jacoby's Northern Stand-in. Coming up on this week's show, Camouflage meets Glamouflage at Rivers West, where we'll be checking out all the latest styles from the hill to the high street. But first, Roy Lupton can't make his mind up. He's after foxes, rabbits and deer on a busy evening.
This evening Roy is doing us a favour. We are after a great shot, not just from him, but from our cameraman as well. A few months ago we filmed Roy with his mentor Peter calling in foxes in daylight with a Hornby train wheel in his mouth. But last time we were too slow and he was on the money. So for our upcoming fox shooting DVD, we're back, and Roy is taking us to some likely positions.
I just wanted to try this patch of brambles first, because the way the wind is coming, if we just walk straight in, if there was a fox laid up in the briar here, he would have scented us straight away, so it was worth trying this. Now we'll head off and try a few of the patches further in the wood.
Position 1 proves unsuccessful, so we move around and spot some fallow does. Roy is multitasking today and has his rifle with him as well. He would be pleased with a fox, a buck and a string of rabbits.
And they could come from anywhere. Can you smell fox? Yeah. There's a fox over there. The scent was coming from over there.
We smell fox, but another call delivers nothing. Roy gets Fraser to walk through some brambles just in case, and because, well, he likes making him do things he'd rather not.
Okay.
Position 3 looks promising. Lots of brambles and cover. The rifle is also ready. Roy starts to call and it takes about 2 minutes before suddenly a fox breaks cover. Roy can't wait for the cameraman to play catch-up. He drops the fox, then carries on calling just in case.
Well, third time lucky. So the first 2 squeaks we didn't get anything coming through at all. And then luckily on that one, just as I was about to give up, one of this year's cubs came bounding through from the thistles there. So I had to wait a little bit for the cameraman to get on it, but hopefully the cameraman got that bit. So the cub came through, and he should be down just there, over there in the thistles, I hope. It's been a very, very good year for foxes. There's a lot of them about at the moment. So, this obviously calling in the daytime works a lot better in the winter. In the winter, then the foxes are a lot more hungry. At the moment, it's very, very difficult to call in the daytime because there's so many rabbits about, so many young rabbits. So and a lot of voles and mice and other rodents. So coming across food for them at the moment is quite easy. It's a nice time for them. But it's nice when you can call them in sort of midsummer.
Roy assumes it's a cub, but it's a vixen.
Oh well, we got her. Let's have a look. Actually, it's not. I thought it was a youngster, but it's not. It's a vixen from a mature vixen. You can see she's molting out there. So just a small vixen. So we were definitely lucky to get her coming into the call. Yeah, I'm pleased with that.
We've seen Peter use the shotgun. Would this normally be your gun of choice?
I mean, for close range shooting with foxes like that, when you're going to call them in, especially when you've got a lot of cover about, so you're not going to see them coming. I mean, you could see her. She just appeared from the thistles here, so we didn't see her until she was probably 15-20 yards away from us. So with a rifle, you just haven't got the response time to get the rifle on it and take the shot quick enough. So with really, when you're calling in the daytime, when you've got a lot of cover about, etc., it's you're calling them in very close. So the shotgun is the only gun you can use, really.
And what shot were you using?
Sorry?
What shot were you using?
I was using BBs on there, but as I say, everything's coming in quite close. So 20-25 yards is about the optimum range that you're aiming for. And as that worked out just about right. So she came in, as I say. I mean, we had, if you look from here to the trees, There must be another good 20 yards here, where we possibly could have seen her, but we didn't see her. She must have just been sneaking through here, and then she only appeared when she, just at the last moment when she appeared from the thistles there.
We head back and get in the 4x4. Although we see deer, the rifle is back in its sleeve. But they are jumpy. Roy thinks there's an explanation for that.
When we're out, obviously we were lamping for the rabbits, and when we were picking the deer up, a lot of the deer that we were, putting the lamp through, got a bit jumpy on there. So, a little bit worried that there might be some guys out coursing with dogs, but we'll just have to keep a very close eye on it and see if we get any trouble this year.
Roy is now turning his attention to rabbits, and there are lots. We soon fill the tray in the back. Some he takes with a headshot and others in the heart. But they'll all be good eating for his ferrets and his birds.
The rabbits are very, very good meat for feeding the birds. As long as it's, as long as they, the source of the rabbits, you've got to be very, very careful to make sure that nobody's been on the ground shooting at them with a shotgun. So these, we all know, they've been rifle shot, and all the young ones will pick out and they'll be used for bird food. All the older ones and then go for ferret food, just in case the older ones are carrying any lead shot.
And go for headshot as opposed to body shot?
Yeah, always try and go for the headshot. A few of them didn't want to keep their bonnet still, so we had to take a heart shot on a few of them. But with the majority of them, it's always nice to take the headshot. It drops them on the spot. With rabbits, especially when you've got a lot of bracken about, if you do take a body shot, then they can quite easily get away into the cover, and you lose the carcass.
Evening turns into night with plenty of quarry options. We'll be back as we still want that daylight fox shot. And of course, we want the fox shot too.
If you want to be bang up to date with your shooting fashion, you need some camo clobber from Realtree and Rivers West. At the Midland Game Fair, the visitors are proud to wear camo. It's kind of our team colours. It's also big business across the globe, with companies like Realtree spending millions to develop new designs that help you melt into your quarry's natural habitat. Of course, if you're enjoying the great outdoors, you can end up getting wet and cold, but not if you buy the right kit. One clothing company which has been a big hit this year is Rivers West. It's the new kid on the hunting block and has waterfalls cascading over its fabric to show just how weatherproof it really is. How come Rivers West is different to what's already on the market?
Yeah, the new technology is basically it's simplified as the ultimate waterproof fleece. The actual membrane is actually sandwiched, so it's actually normal as 3 layers, but it's actually sandwiched in between, which basically gives it a sealed unit. So basically there's no water penetration through. Now, obviously we've tested this over in the UK, where I actually myself knelt up in the stream for 30 minutes. It's basically putting the pressure on the knee area, which with a normal membrane or drop liner would actually squeeze the water through eventually. This actually locks it in.
But not only do they want you to feel good, they want you to look good. With a full range of both technical and fashion kit. And what better way to show it off than down the catwalk? Surely a Game Fair first. Rivers West have also collaborated with top hunting experts to develop some of their designs. Richard, this is a preview of a new item of clothing that's going to be available for next year. Can you give us a quick talk through?
Yeah, basically this is going to become the Allan Jarrett jacket. And obviously people that know Allan Jarrett, 43 years of wildfowling. Actually, Allan actually helped us develop this as an entry-level jacket. Price points, approximately going to be about 125 and available in the UK as of end of July 2011.
Okay, and you mentioned something special about the pockets on this as well.
Yes, pockets, magnetised, and actually stop up. So basically easy access and none of the Velcro
So it's to be silent, easy to use.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you've got cold fingers and you're out on the foreshore.
Correct.
These kind of things are there to help you as much as possible.
Yeah, yeah. As normal products like ripstop, you know, there is a cause of vibration against, which causes the crunching along.
Yeah.
Completely silent.
So you can move freely without worrying about spooking your quarry.
Correct. And with the jacket actually having a one-way stretch, the actual jacket actually moves with you.
The Rivers West fashion show was part of the World of Realtree display, and there's nothing that can't get dipped in the design. Even Game Fair organiser Ian Harford. And for the complete package, there's the motor too.
This is my L200 Barbarian, which has been wrapped by Raccoon. They're a vehicle branding specialist based in Kent. So basically it's a Realtree AP patterned vinyl film, which is why it doesn't match my Max 4 outfit. And they apply it, it's basically like a huge decal. And they apply it with a scraper and hot air, getting out all of the air bubbles, and it's incredibly resilient. Not only does it carry the pattern, which looks fantastic, but it also protects the paintwork. Underneath there is a brand new car. So in 2 or 3 years' time, whenever I come to sell it, it's just a matter of peeling off the coating, and once again, it's brand new paintwork. So it's a fantastic application, and it's turned a huge amount of heads over this weekend. There's been people that have been watching, almost touching it as if it's not there. It really is an amazing product, and it's just another type of application for Realtree patterns. You know, there's new technologies coming out all the time, new printing processes, and that really is HD. So it's I'm very pleased with it. It's unique.
Camouflage clothing has come a long way since the Army surplus days, and with designers and clothing companies working together, with experts out in the field, it's only going to get better, which is great news for us. Staying with 4x4s, and if you fancy getting your hands on one, you should have entered the Mitsubishi Motors World Series at the Midland. Here's Charlie with all the action.
Last year, the world's best shot, George Digweed, won it. This year, the 2 shooters in the final at the Midland Game Fair are unknowns. It's the highest value prize in British clay shooting, and now anyone can win it. You can win it. The Mitsubishi Motors World Series takes place across Countryman Fair's events and at the Doveridge Clay Shooting Academy. The prize is a brand new Mitsubishi L200 Barbarian worth £26,000. The man behind it all is Countryman Fair's boss, Ian Harford.
Countryman Fair's ethos is about getting as many groups of people involved in country sports as possible and making every prize attainable by everybody, regardless of your level. There's enough competitions out there that reward the elite, that reward the very best. And for me, it's about participation. Having that chance. Yes, you all have to compete on the day, because once you're up there in front of the crowds and the stage, then everything becomes difficult. But we're always trying to find new and unique ways of giving the underdog a chance, giving people a reason to get out there and get involved in country sports.
So how do the organisers stop Britain's big shots from winning this prize?
Basically, to qualify, they shoot a 50-bird competition. Top 2 from every lettered class, the CPSA classes, go through to the final at the Midland. They then shoot a competition that we've put together with Countryman Fairs, based around points with vehicles, and they shoot a 1, and they get to nominate what other trap they want, which is 2 to 7. The total maximum is 80 points. They have 10 pairs, and the winner's the one with the most points.
The competition saw an enormous number of shooters enter.
Yeah, Kelmarsh was the first. We actually had about 600 people shoot that over the 2 days. Highclere we had about 400, and Sussex about the same, about 400. And then we had an additional one at Doveridge Clay Sports, which was also a couple of hundred people.
So 1,600 people whittled down to 80, whittled down to 1.
Yep, finally got there at the end of the year.
Who are those lucky finalists? 15-year-old Adam Ewens goes through from his semi-final, as does Lewis Ballantyne. Lewis is the higher-ranked shooter, but Adam has been trained at Owls Lodge shooting ground in his home county of Hampshire by Olympic gold medalist Richard Folds and his wife Tanya. Richard and Tanya are here to watch Adam in the final. Because it's a handicap match, the C-class Adam starts on 9 and B-class Lewis on 6. They both get off to a good start, scoring a maximum 6 with their first shots. Maybe there's a psychological advantage in starting ahead, or maybe it's that world-class training, because Adam shoots better and better. Adam has to hit his targets. He does. Is Adam going to give the car as a thank you present to Richard and Tanya?
Maybe something a little less than that.
Bottle of whiskey, maybe?
Yeah, maybe a bottle of whiskey.
More like that.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I loved it. I've always wanted to sort of win something bigger, and this is pretty much as big as it gets, really.
We've just seen a fantastic final of two teenage boys right at the start of their shooting career winning the biggest prize in clay shooting. And for me, it is very much about getting involved with those people that are passionate about the countryside, passionate about the country sports, and really are the future. It's where we're going. It's what country sports is all about.
Everyone wants to know whether it's the car or the cup that makes Adam happiest. Up goes the answer. If you like the best, come and test the best. Try the new Swarovski Z4i, the Z5 and the Z6 rifle scopes, mounted on Zara rifles and in association with RWS Norma Ammunition. Tuesday 28th September from 9 AM at Calton Moor Rifle Range near Ashbourne in Derbyshire. Thursday 30th September at Bisley in Surrey. And Thursday 14th of October at Trockery in Tayside. For more details, email christine.percy@swarovskioptic.co.uk.
This has been Fieldsports Britain from the Midland Game Fair. Thanks for watching. And we've been thinking, that Pokemobile, wouldn't that make a good shooting wagon?